Yo, what's happening? Welcome to the channel. This is Living in Alberta, and today we're going to take a look at why Rocky Mountain House Alberta is a great place to live. Hey guys, what's up? My name is Kyle. Welcome to the channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. We made this channel to show people what it's like to live in Alberta or move to Alberta. So if that's something that interests you, hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so you're notified every week when a new video comes out. And if you would like any help with your real estate needs, I'm a licensed realtor here in the province. Use this information popping up. Get a hold of me any way you want. Phone, text, email, doesn't matter. All right, let's do it. All right, everyone, let's dive right in. Let's talk about Rocky Mountain House, Alberta. It is a smaller town in central Alberta just before you get into the mountains, which is why I think so many people are attracted to this place, and which is another reason why I get asked so many questions about Rocky Mountain House. All right, let's talk about where Rocky is located. So if we look on a map, and I will show you guys a map animation here. If you go straight west of Red Deer on Highway 11, you're about 50 minutes to an hour just outside of Red Deer. You will hit Rocky Mountain House. Now it is right in the foothills, right before you get to the mountains. Highway 11 is a single lane highway. They're in the process of twinning that or making it a double lane. I'm not sure how far they're gonna go with it, but they are just past Silver Lake right now. So keep in mind that that is a single lane highway. It does get super busy. Lots of people are using that highway to head out to the backcountry, not backcountry.
What did he just say? Check the prompter.
When they're looking to do things like going hunting, fishing, dirt biking, skidooing, just taking in nature, there's tons of things that are just west of Rocky Mountain House that people are always heading out to see. So it is a busier road, but they are in the process of making it a double lane. Now the population of Rocky Mountain House is just right around about 7,000 people. So it is a small town. So that is one of the things that people love about it. Now, what is attracting people to this small town in central Alberta? Let's kind of backtrack a little bit here. I think that when you are used to something all the time, that's what you've lived in your entire life, that's all you know. Sometimes you just want something that is different. For example, if you've lived in a big metropolis like Calgary, well, Calgary's not a big metropolis, but say you're coming from the greater Toronto area or the lower mainland in British Columbia, and you're just sick and tired of the busyness. It's just a rat race out there. People just put their heads down. They're getting from point A to point B. You're stuck in traffic a lot. You're commuting all the time.
Always traffic. Always traffic.
I'm sick of it, Jim. I'm sick of this place.
People just want something that is completely different. And I know for myself, I love Alberta and I love the cold, sometimes the winter, but one day I am going to live somewhere where it does not snow and I don't have to put up with minus 30 and minus 35 degree Celsius temperatures. So I can't wait for that day. I don't know when it's going to get here, but I swear to God, one day I'm going to live in Florida or Texas.
Going to Florida, sunshiny Florida now.
Now, there are lots of small towns in Alberta that can kind of satisfy that need to have peace and quiet that people are looking for when they're coming from those bigger centers. But what I think that Rocky has that a lot of them doesn't have is that it has the nature, it has the mountain views, and it doesn't come with the hefty price tag. So what kind of people want to move to Rocky Mountain House? Those that are looking for a slow and safe pace of life, those that love hunting and fishing. There's so many places, so many good fishing spots just to the west of Rocky Mountain House. Ram Falls is amazing. I had an amazing experience there when I was a kid. It was one of the best times that I've ever had fishing in my life. Just about every cast I was catching a fish and I absolutely loved it. There's Nordegg, there's lots of beautiful hiking and not walking trails, but beautiful hiking trails. Crimson Lake, Abraham Lake. There's just so much stuff out there for things to do and for people to do and see. I don't think there has ever been a time that I have been to Rocky Mountain House where I have not seen deer walking throughout the town, literally every single time. So there's tons and tons of wildlife. And I'm not much of a dirt biker or a quadder or side by side or whatever you guys want to call it, but there's a ton of guys on the fire department who absolutely love that stuff. And they said some of the best spots that they would go every single year would be just west of Rocky Mountain House. You're in the foothills. It's just beautiful. And they said they just had an amazing time. So if you're into quadding, dirt biking, all that kind of thing, you're going to love it in this area. And of course, as I mentioned, you are just in the foothills of the mountains. So you do have some amazing mountain views out to the west. Now you are in the foothills, so it doesn't matter where you are in Rocky Mountain House. There's very few streets where it feels like you are not going uphill or downhill. So, I mean, if that could be great if you love exercise. If you're not into that kind of stuff, that might not be so great. But there's certain streets where you turn down and you're starting to head downhill and you just look off in the distance and you see some really beautiful mountain views. So that is another reason that is attracting people to this small town here in central Alberta. Now, what does Rocky Mountain House have? Now, if we throw up some drone footage here, you can see it's located right along the North Saskatchewan River, which adds to the beauty. There is a cool train bridge running across the river here. I don't know if you guys have ever watched that movie Stand By Me, where they're running across the train bridge and the train comes and the fat little kid Vern, he keeps falling and he's shitting his pants the whole time. That's what this train bridge reminds me of.
Train! Move it! Shit! Get out! Move on, man! Come on, everybody!
But getting back on track, sorry guys, I got a little bit sidetracked there. I love that movie. It is a legend, it's a classic, but it's located right along the North Saskatchewan River. So back in the day, Rocky Mountain House was a trading post. So there is a lot of history here. They actually preserved this old trading post. You can go down, there's forts, there's teepees, there's tons of stuff to do for kids. It's an interactive place. They have bison in fences down there. You don't want to be rolling around with those guys when they're free, but it is a really cool historic site. Definitely something that you want to check out. Now, sometimes in smaller towns, they can be missing some things. However, Rocky has everything that you're going to need. Again, it is a smaller town, so people who are moving here aren't looking for big name brand stores or franchises. They know that it's a smaller town and you're not going to get all that great shopping that comes with bigger centers. But Rocky does have its own hospital, which is great. There's some places that are actually bigger. I've talked about this before, like Sylvan Lake doesn't have a hospital. It's got high schools, elementary schools, everything that you're going to need for that kind of stuff. And of course, you have rec centers, gyms, skating rinks, all that kind of stuff. You have Sobeys and Canadian Tire. Yes, Canadian Tire is cream of the crop when it comes to Canada and Alberta. So everybody loves to hear that there's a crappy tire in their town. So Rocky is going to have just about everything that you're going to want to need. The closest city is going to be Red Deer, about 50 minutes to an hour. If you need something like a Walmart, Sylvan Lake is going to be the closest thing. But again, don't forget about all the cool things that are just west of Rocky Mountain House, like Nordegg. There are so many cool hiking trails out in that area. You definitely want to check them out. Ram Falls, Crimson Lake, Abraham Lake, Crescent Falls. There's just so much to do and so much to see. So this is a super popular town. I think that you're going to see it start to grow quite a bit. There's so many people moving here from Ontario and British Columbia. And as I said before, they are just sick and tired of the busyness, the rat race. They want somewhere that has nature, that has beautiful views, that you can see the mountains, that doesn't have a hefty price tag. And Rocky Mountain House fits that bill to a T. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell so you're notified every week when a new video comes out. And if you would like any help with your real estate needs, I'm a licensed realtor here in Alberta. Use this info popping up. Get a hold of me any way you want. Doesn't matter. We'd love to hear from you. All right, I will see you guys next week. Cheers.